Raider Nation, hey, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report fan-led mock draft. And joined with me is our NFL draft analyst, Tom Downey. Normally he only comes on the show when I'm drinking beers, and I am drinking beers, just not 84 of them. Shout out to Bells for hooking me up with these beers.
You'll be more sober this time.
Hopefully. So the way that this is going to happen, first off, we're going to break down, all right? I do all the time my mock draft, but this time you guys are the ones who are going to be making this mock, and then we're going to analyze it. So the Raiders 2019 draft picks, 4, 24, 27, 35. I think if there's one interesting team in the NFL draft this year, Tom, it's the Oakland Raiders. Then round 4, round 5, round 7, and 8 picks in the NFL draft.
Math.
Raiders' biggest needs: defensive end, tight end, running back, offensive guard, cornerback.
Sounds about right.
Make sure you guys are all subscribed. YouTube.com/Raiders Report, the number one Raiders channel on YouTube. Now, how does this work? Okay, I want to be able to explain to you guys what exactly we're going to be doing. That way you can participate. So this will be the final mock draft you'll see on this channel because guess what? The draft is on Thursday. Only players who are on the board. So Tom, what's the draft thing called again?
So we're using the draftnetwork.com. Their simulator. So we'll run through all the picks, stop at the Raiders pick. We'll let you know some of the top guys on the board, and then you guys can vote.
And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to type the numbers in on who you want, and then we're going to go through it, and then we're going to recap, and then we're going to react to it. So you guys ready? And just saying, hope we have fun with that. All right, let's look at the round 1 pick 4 options on the board. So this is the way it's going to work, okay? So if you want the Raiders to take Quinnen Williams, you type 1. If you want the Raiders to take Devin White, you type 2. Oliver 3, Dwayne Haskins at 4, and Brian Burns 5.
Let's not kid ourselves. It was a little tough to get to 5, quite frankly. So so you guys know what happened on 1, 2, 3. Murray went 1. Bosa went 2. Josh Allen went number 3. So you've got Quinnen there, Devin White, Ed Oliver. I threw in Dwayne Haskins and Brian Burns. I think those are definitely a step down for
you're probably burning some people by putting Haskins.
But I think Quinnen, Devin White, and Ed Oliver certainly make the most sense there.
I mean, I talked a little bit about Ed Oliver, his chances. I gave it only one chuck he had. I like Devin White a lot. He is the top linebacker in this class. But here's the thing, guys. Quinnen Williams is the number 1 player on Tom's big board. He's the number 1 big player on my big board as well. I get that maybe linebacker might be a bigger need. But Quinnen Williams is the best player on this draft, and I'm looking down here in the comment sections, and it seems to be split between 2 players. I don't know if I've seen a single 5. I don't know if I've seen a single 4. I've seen a few 3s, but it's looking like it's between Quinnen Williams and Devin White. So make sure you guys are still throwing in those comment sections. Round 1, pick number 4. Who should the Oakland Raiders take, okay? This is a fan-led mock draft, so this one isn't one that Tom and I made.
Yep.
This is one that y'all are making right now. I don't know. It's looking to me like this one's a pretty clear-cut answer, and the votes are in. Yes, the votes are in, Tom, and it looks like the Raider Nation went with Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle out of Alabama. First off, good job. It's a first solid pick. I'm liking it. So what I want you guys to do now is after every single pick, I want you guys to react to that pick. So let's say you guys are sitting there on actual draft day, Thursday. Make sure you guys are tuned into us here. YouTube.com/Chat Sports TV. And if the Raiders take Quinnen Williams, what's going to be your reaction to it? Now, 6'3", 303-pound dude, 40 time was a 4.83, which is just terrifying to think that a man that big can run that fast. In 2018, he had a bit of a breakout year, 71 tackles, 19.5 tackles for a loss, and 8 sacks. So, Quinnen Williams to the Raiders at pick number 4. Raider Nation, what's your one-word reaction to the pick? I'm going to be looking down here. Somebody said, hell yeah, that's 2 words, but it's okay. It's okay. Somebody said rammer, jammer, don't know. All right, 1 word, guys. We're doing well, though. We're doing well. Well, the second pick that the Raiders will have in the 2019 NFL Draft is pick 24. Okay, so think about this. We already went with Quinnen Williams at pick number 4. So now round 1, pick number 4, because we're getting the players that are available on the board, and here they are. So
I made a typo. I had to change it.
Who are we taking? In round 1, pick 24. Here are your options. Do you want the Raiders to go with Jonah Williams, number 6, Greedy Williams, number 7, Josh Jacobs, 8, Clelin Ferrell, 9, or Cody Ford, 10? Let me see you type it in those comment sections. Seeing some 9s, and I'm seeing some 7s. So it's a little bit split. Tom, You're the draft analyst. If you're the Raiders, who would you want them to take?
I'm looking at Clelin Ferrell because you need an edge rusher pretty badly.
Absolutely.
Like, you got to find someone that can rush the passer. I will make note, I'm a little surprised Greedy's still there in the simulation.
Okay.
I don't hate that section if that's the route you want to go. I'm passing on Josh Jacobs for now. And I see two good offensive linemen, both of whom I don't know if they're actually going to be there. Cody Ford, Jonah Williams. I think both can play tackle. I think Jonah can play left.
Yep.
But if you want to slot one of those guys in at guard and help replace Assembly there, then you're in really good shape. So if the board does actually fall this way on draft night, I think you're in pretty good shape. Now you've got the Eagles and the Colts behind you. I'm still in the end going to take Clelin Ferrell, though. That's the route I would go. Not to knock anybody else there. I think that's the best available route there for Oakland.
Yeah, somebody actually just sent in a super chat. Shout out to Breon Teal. That's how you really get your votes in there. Sending that super chat. So Breon says that he's going with Clelin Ferrell. I think if I look at all these players, I think if you would have asked me this maybe about a month, 2 months ago, I probably would have typed my 7 in for Greedy Williams. But we've tallied the votes. The pick is in. At pick 24, the Oakland Raiders are going with Clelin Ferrell. So when I'm
told that super chats count doubly, by the way.
Doubly. Awesome. Actually, it depends how much you put in. So this counted as 1.99 votes. If you put in 100, it counts as 100 votes. Just saying. So you go with Clelin Ferrell. Now, when I first did my mock draft, Tom,
yeah,
I had Quinnen Williams and Clelin Ferrell. That's how it started off. So it looks like the nation is behind me a little bit. So I'm really, really liking this start. 6'4", 40 time at a 4.8, 55 tackles, 20 tackles for a loss, 11.5 sacks. The thing that I really like about Clelin Ferrell also, probably could have been a first-round pick last year. He's getting pushed down in draft boards, I think, just because of how deep the draft class is this year. So, what's your one-word reaction to the Raiders taking Clelin Ferrell at pick 24? So we got Quinnen Williams, we got Clelin Ferrell. Get those one-word reactions in because this is a fan-led mock draft. It's all about you. So all 400 people watching right now, this mock draft is all about you. You guys are liking the start so far? We got Quinnen, we got Clelin. I'm just saying, you pair that with Mo Hurst, Arden Key. I'm starting to get pretty excited about what's happening.
Thanks for asking my one-word reaction, by the way.
What's your one-word reaction?
It's been ideal to get Ferrell there at the mid to late part of round 1 there. That's the ideal outcome.
And the picks are in, and this is going to be a good one. Round 1, pick 27. Raider Nation, who you going with? Are you on 11, Byron Murphy? 12 is Greedy. 13 is Josh Jacobs. 14 is Irv Smith. And 15 is Cody Ford. I'm actually surprised Cody Ford is still on the board. Really surprised Greedy. See, I'm interested to see the 11s and 12s. I think if I know my viewers like I do,
go for one of the corners.
It's going to be 11 or 12. But Josh Jacobs is an interesting player who I talked about the Raiders being very interested in. Tom, if you had a vote, who would you tell Raider Nation to get?
You can go 11 or 12. It kind of depends on what type of corner do you want. Do you want the more technically sound, not quite as high variance in terms of his ups and his downs? That's Byron Murphy. Or do you want the long, freaky athlete who has some focus issues at times and is a little bit more up and down? That's Greedy Williams. So basically, do you want the higher floor or the higher ceiling? If you're going ceiling, it's Greedy. If you're going floor, it's Byron. There is no wrong answer there. Also, I threw in Irv Smith for you guys because the other tight ends are all off the board. So, you didn't get Fant or Hawkinson. I'm sorry.
I'll say this, though. Not being able to get Fant Hawkinson sucks. But if you tell me right now, like, this is the way we're starting our draft and these players are still on the board, I'm okay with it. I'm looking, I think it's split between two people right now. I think it's split between Byron and Greedy if I really had to put my votes here. But I'm not the guy counting them. Somebody says 120. Looks like Brian Teal's going again. He's going Byron Murphy, so that counts as 1.99 votes. Remember, if you super chat, whatever you super chat, the amount is the what you're going to get. So interesting to see there. If you guys want me to do more stuff like this next year, make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. I think it's cool what we can do here when you guys interact. I'm seeing a bunch.
And by the way, if you want to know what the picks before this, so I don't think I mentioned that earlier, Jonah went to the Eagles and Nasir Adderley went to the Colts.
Oh, okay.
So a tough break there, guys.
I like Nasir Adderley a lot, but I think I would actually rather have either Greedy or Byron over Nasir Adderley, at least at this point. I
agree.
You're looking at right now, I'll say this, I'll give a little bit of a teaser. The winner's a cornerback.
Well,
the winner's a cornerback, and
either corner at 27, you should feel pretty good about that.
And it looks like the pick is in. We tallied up the votes. Sorry, Teal, who sent in the super chat. It's Greedy Williams, but Greedy Williams at pick 27. That's awesome to me. That's great value. I like the high upside play. Imagine if Greedy Williams can pan out to be exactly what Greedy's going to be. You pair that then with Garyon Conley, you're looking at a really solid young cornerback duo for the Oakland Raiders.
That's a fantastic tandem right there. You should be really excited about that grouping.
So Quinnen at pick 4, Clelin Ferrell at pick 24, Greedy Williams at pick 27, 6'1", 6'1", 7/8", 185 pounds, 4.37 40 time. I think I could maybe outrun that. 33 tackles, 9 pass breakups, 2 interceptions out of LSU. I'm telling you what, I'm really, really liking this start. So what's your one-word reaction to getting Greedy Williams at pick 27? Tom, I'll let you go first.
Ideal again. Hey, this has been a pretty idyllic draft so far for Oakland there. Don't mind me. I'm trying to figure out who else to give you guys for the next pick.
Tom's doing most of the brunt here on the show. Most of the time when Tom does come on the show, that's why I bring him on. He does most of the work. So grade the Raiders.
It'll be fun to do it this
fan-led mock draft in the first round. Is it an A? Is it a B? Is it a C, D, or F? We want to know from you. We see some people throwing in their comments, meh, greedy, cool, boo, fairy, perfect, like it. So if you think it's perfect, let's see those A's. So grade the Raiders fan-led mock draft in the first round. We got Quinnen Williams, Clelin Ferrell, and Greedy Williams. 2 Williamses. My middle name's William. Just saying, people are talking. All right, let's look a quick little recap here. We're getting ready to get into round 2, pick 35.
Kind of feels like cheating so far, honestly.
Well, that's... Can you cheat? I don't know. You shouldn't be saying that. You're about to be a married man. Wow, there's a lot of Roll Tide on the screen. So, at pick 35, Raider Nation, here are your options. Hakeem Butler, Mack Wilson, Josh Jacobs, Irv Smith, or Eric McCoy.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, by the way. That's how you vote.
What did I say?
You didn't mention the numbers at all.
I thought it was pretty self-explanatory.
You still got to mention
Type in 16, the number, if you want Hakeem Butler.
There you go. I don't know why you're doing your weird 8th grade mid
Type
voice.
in 18 if you want Josh Jacobs. If I'm looking at all these picks on the board, I'm typing my 18. I want Josh Jacobs. Tom, what says you?
You probably want to go Jacobs here. I'd consider Eric McCoy, who was a center at A&M, but can definitely play guard. I don't love the value for Mack Wilson. I like the value for Hakeem Butler, but I don't know if receiver is as big of a need. You can get the number 1 back in round 2, and honestly, he could very well be a round 1 pick for Oakland. I think that makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Mack Wilson was a player, if you would have asked me 2 months ago, I was like, oh, wow, Mack Wilson there, but not really there. Breon Teal again, throwing in that super chat. He's going with Joshua Jacobs at pick number 18. Much appreciated for all these super chats, my man. If you want to hit me up on IG at Mitchell Renz 365, I could maybe hit you up with the follow after all these are done. Now, I'm looking down here at the comments section. I see Devin Moore. He says 18. Bob, though, he's saying 19. But it's looking like the pick is in. And the pick is in, but we'll tease it a little bit here. It's somebody from Alabama. So it's either Mack Wilson, it's either Irv Smith, who, Kuiper thinks Irv Smith should have went to the Raiders at pick 24.
I had a typo again, sorry guys.
Yeah, it's all good, Tom. That's what we're here for. So the Oakland Raiders at pick 35, music, Joshua Jacobs. I'm telling you what, loving it. And then Black Dufresne sends in, or Blake, oh man, I can't read.
Wow.
Says in Fire Tom Cable, so.
No more bells for you.
I mean, guys, honestly, this Bell's beer is really good. You guys know, I literally can't read. So, Josh Jacobs at pick 35. This is a great start for the Raiders. So, we have Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle, Clelin Ferrell, Greedy Williams, and then Joshua Jacobs. What's your one-word reaction? Get them in the comments section, because right now, I am really, really liking this start. Maybe they sent the scouts home just so we can get the entire Raider Nation from our YouTube channel to be able to do the scouting, because we're doing great right now. Best running back in this year's draft class, and I don't know if it's necessarily close. Gruden wants a 3-down running back. You get Josh Jacobs at pick 35. I'm really, really liking that. So here again is our first 4 picks in the 2019 fan-led mock draft. It's very good. Very, very good. So grade yourself. A, B, C, D, or F. If I see any Fs, it better have a C next to it for Fire Cable. I'd be surprised if I don't see a bunch of A's or B's. I'm really excited. Mr. Terrell says A+, liking it. Seeing a lot of A's, a few B's, a lot of A's, and of course Space Monkey puts in an F.
Is he big mad right now?
Yeah, he might be a Chiefs fan. I don't know. See a C, A++.
Okay,
Comments are absolutely flowing in. So for all the 400 people that are watching right now, shout out to you. Make sure you guys are still interacting with us. We're having fun. Make sure you guys give Tom a follow. He's doing a lot of work at What Going Down. He's our NFL draft analyst here, or he comes on to help me get through my beers. All right, round 4.
Hold on.
Pick 106 is coming up here in just a second. Tom's moving as quick as he can.
And to build out the graphics.
We're doing great. We're doing great. What are you guys drinking? I'm drinking on some Bell's official hazy IPA. If you guys like IPAs, slide in my DMs. I can hook you up with some awesome beer recommendations. We got it?
Yep, it's in.
Round 4, pick 106. Here are your options. Somebody by the name of Kahale.
Kahale Waring.
Kahale? All right.
There you go.
Sorry, I don't like kale. Type 21 if you want him. Germaine Pratt, 22. 23 is Justin Hollins. Riley Ridley, 24. Or Connor McGovern.
Not the Broncos offensive lineman. They just share the same name.
Well, he's running for governor, apparently, at Penn State.
After you botched Kahale Waring's name, I am now intentionally going to include a tough name to pronounce for each of these going forward. I'm going to find one just so you have to try and read it off.
So I'm looking down here. This one's pretty split. I'm seeing a bunch of numbers in the 20s. No, I'm kidding.
Big if true, Mitch.
I'm seeing 24, 25. Are we going to get a super chat from my man? We'll see.
I'll throw out a quick scouting guide for each of these guys. Germaine Pratt's intriguing, kind of split views within the NFL. I think he can be a starting caliber linebacker. This is about the right range for him. Waring's a super raw tight end. Didn't play football until late high school, early college. So
gotta be careful going
upside
raw.
There.
Gotta be careful.
Justin Hollins is the top edge on the board. He's too much probably like Arden Key for an ideal fit in this case. Riley Ridley, another guy with split views in the NFL because didn't produce, didn't test well, but much like his older brother Calvin, runs pretty good routes, so probably be a better pro than he was a college player. And then McGovern, a common theme here, split views within the NFL. Some really like him as high as round 2. Others say he's like a round 6 guy. I kind of have him in the round 3, round 4 range. He can play center and guard for you.
All right, Raider Nation, so get those votes in. They're coming in. We're tallying them up. There's a bunch of them.
Producer Brett has no idea who
We're
to
getting
pick.
some shrug emojis, so maybe if somebody super chats right now, that'll make our decision a lot easier. What do you guys think? Huh? No, we're starting to, it's between 2 players from what it's looking like right now, so keep those coming in here. Man, if I'm looking at this board, I think Riley really is an interesting option. Earlier in one of my mock drafts that I did, I had the Raiders taking Riley Ridley, but now when you go out, you get Antonio Brown, you get Tyrell Williams, you get all these other picks. I don't know if Riley really is the guy who's the bigger need. Somebody just typed a gun with a head. Is that good? I'm not sure.
Welcome to round 4. You're not going to know every single player.
King Isaiah says 25, 100%. Somebody said trade up. Interesting.
No trades allowed. No trades.
No trades.
Also, it's too late.
So the pick is in. We got it. And in the 4th round, we're going with Riley Ridley, according to The Nation. Wide receiver out of Georgia. Oh, man. Sorry, Bells. Interesting pick here. I like Riley Ridley. He's a talented receiver. I just think he's a safe receiver. Where do you think he would fit, though, in terms of he'd be the number 3 guy?
He could be a slot
maybe
for
a
you,
4?
potentially. I mean, I think he'd be a good fit with Tyrell Williams, who can also play the slot. Obviously, AB can play some slot. It was probably going to be mostly outside. Gives you some position flex there in terms of if you want to move your receivers around. Good touchdown production, but in Georgia's pretty mediocre offense, really wasn't all that involved at times.
So what's your one-word reaction to that pick? I'm seeing some interesting ones. I'm seeing probably some that I can't really say on air, but we're seeing a bunch. Somebody said Hollywood Brown, not going to be here. Michael just voted for 23. Sorry. Mike, you're a little late. We went with 24, but I appreciate the super chat. Maybe next time we'll get a little bit quicker. Seeing a lot of bads. I'm seeing a lot of people saying this is by far the worst pick so far.
Well, compared to the other ones, of course it is.
I agree. I'm seeing the word barf. That one's a good one. So make sure you guys are commenting below. Make sure you guys subscribe. YouTube.com/Raiders Report so we can keep doing fun stuff like this. Let's give a shout out to people on IG who follow me. And for all these people who follow me on IG, make sure you give Tom a follow as well at What Going Down. So Frankie, my man, Black Panther 8908, Apex is always in my DMs, Joe Martinez 33, and then Granite Gray 18. Make sure you guys give these guys a screenshot, send it out there, give them a follow. Oh, but we also got Twitter too. Give some shout outs on Twitter. Specs 2012. I talked to him on the phone last night. for about, 20 minutes. So shout out to Specs. John S. Daddy 1999. I'm a Mets fan, not a Braves fan. Gordon, and then Ridicules. You guys, I know, hit me up a lot, so appreciate everybody who follows me on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. It's an easy way to get a shout out. Let's keep growing nation on IG and on Twitter. Round 5, pick 140. It's looking like we almost got all these selections in here. We almost ready?
We got it.
Let's do it.
I have a typo again. Sorry, guys.
Out of LSU, pick 20 or type 26 if you want them to take Foster. Wake Forest, Phil.
I misspelled Foster Murray.
And then Sutton Smith out of NIU, Northern Illinois. Bobby Evans and Germaine Pratt.
You want the quick scouting report?
Go.
All right, Foster Murray, a little underutilized tight end at LSU, but has some intriguing size and speed characteristics that might make him more than just an average blocking tight end that he was at LSU. Phil Haynes has some Joe Ludium, if you guys know him from the Cowboys. Some, I think, kind of profiles more as a backup guard, backup center, but as a sixth offensive lineman, you could do worse. Sutton Smith, great production at NIU, off the charts production, but he's a classic tweener. He's way too small to play edge. He's probably not quite the athlete you want to play linebacker. Maybe you try and make him into a base Sam who can rush a little bit on passing downs. Bobby Evans was an OT from Oklahoma. He can maybe play guard. So if you're still trying to find that other interior lineman, which you don't have yet, I think he makes some sense there. And we mentioned Germaine Pratt earlier, another solid linebacker option for the Raiders here. By the way, there are like 100 running backs left on the board right now, but I'm not going to give you guys another one of those.
So Damian Harris is there, Justin Hill. Maybe should we have taken one of those guys in round 5 instead of Josh?
We'll see who's there in round 7. I'll put a back on the board for you guys again. But
so I'm looking
just
down
took
here
Josh
at the comments section. I'm seeing a bunch of 26s, some 29s.
Any fun write-in votes yet?
I don't see any write-in votes. No, Max Crosby not available.
He's long gone. Let me see. I'll find where he went off the board.
Smith did good at the Senior Bowl. That one's from John Parker.
Crosby went off the board 95.
Yep, that's
So just before pick 106.
Haley, she knows where my heart's at. Fire Tom Cable.
There it is.
There we go. We got another Fire Tom Cable in the comments section. Literally anything you guys want at this point.
Split vote right now. There you go, Mitch. Classic.
Sounds good. So we're tallying up the votes. So right now it's looking like it's between 26, 29, and 30. So if you want one of those guys to be picked, type in those comments. Keep them coming. But it's looking like we got some of these coming through here. And use pick 4 for Hollywood. Interesting. Pick is in.
No.
Going linebacker. It's Germaine Pratt out of NC State.
I think it's a good pick. I don't know if he's ever going to be a true full-on starter for you, and I think some NFL teams think he could be. I'm a little bit more in the middle ground there, but I think in round 5, even early round 5, this is really good value for a linebacker who can come, and in worst case, I think be a good two-down thumper for you. Now, you see the tackle for loss sack numbers, not quite the 40 time you're hoping for, kind of like maybe a lesser version of Mac Wilson at times. But I think round 5, worst case, you've got a good number 4 linebacker that will most importantly help on special teams for you.
So Raider Nation,
good pick is what I'm saying.
Good pick from Tom, which is what I like to hear. So get those one-word reactions in. Tell me what you guys think of the picks. So the last 2 picks, again, I'm seeing you guys are a little bit upset about, but you guys are the ones voting. So you guys should be able to control the outcome in this. Somebody's saying Tyree, so Tyree Jackson. I don't really think.
He was not there, but I'll look at quarterbacks here in round 7 for you.
So if you guys are just joining us, so if you're just joining our YouTube live, first off, turn on your notifications so that way you know exactly when I go live. So we took Quinnen Williams at pick 4, Clelin Ferrell at pick 24, Greedy Williams at 27, Josh Jacobs at 35, and we went Riley Ridley, wide receiver out of Georgia, at 106, and Germaine Pratt at pick 140. We still got 2 more picks, our last 2 picks in round 7. And that'll finish out our Raiders fan-led mock draft. So while you guys are here, type in your one-word reactions to these picks. I'm seeing a whole bunch of players that we're starting to get in coming in now.
The tight ends suck, by the way. I try to find you guys when they're all garbage.
Make sure you guys turn on those notifications. It's the thing that looks like a bell. And speaking of bell, I'm drinking a Bell's Brewery beer. Shout out to them. Official Hazy IPA. They hooked us up with some awesome beers here. And I definitely appreciate sipping on that. Also, I appreciate our sponsor, BetDSI, for hooking us up with the best promo code on the internet. Use it, Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. If you want to bet on the NFL draft, do two things. First, go to BetDSI, sign up and deposit. Second, go follow Tom at What Going Down. He's got a nice little thread going right now of the draft prop bets that you're going to win 100%. Believe it, baby. Chatsports.com/bet. Shout out to our sponsor, BetDSI, for, again, hooking us up with the best promo code on the internet. I need to take a sip of my beer. Hang on.
Good, because I've got it for us.
Oh, we got it.
I had to wait a long time because there was a long break between picks, so sorry, guys.
All good, all good. So if you want Elijah Holyfield, 31, Gardner Minshew, 32, Andrew Beck, 33, Malik Grant, 34, or Austin Bryant, 35.
I think they're going to pick Austin Bryant, by the way.
Austin Bryant.
Early prediction is going to go with Austin Bryant.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm also trying to take guys you may have heard of before because I don't think many of you guys have heard of Cody Thompson before. Or Darwin Thompson before.
Yeah, the votes aren't coming in as quick on this one.
Yeah, it's round 7. That's how it works. I get that. Holyfield, I was never on his hype train.
Okay.
And then he ran really slow at the NFL Combine. Gardner Minshew, I think, could be I misspelled Gardner. Shit.
No, I don't know if I ever would have noticed.
I noticed it. It's not Gardner. Let's go Gardner. Anyway, backup quarterback ceiling for him. Andrew Beck is the top tight end. He's like a fullback. So
Yep.
He's an H-back hybrid there. Malik Grant, the safety, plays like a lesser version of Carl Joseph. And then Austin Bryant as well, the edge rusher out of Clemson, who I think is more of a limited impact player in the end.
Yeah, it's looking like the votes are in, and it's looking like it's a certain player.
Oh, big if true, Mitch.
Oh, so would you guys want us to go
trying
running back?
You
31?
trying to stall and not give it away just ruins it every time.
Gardner Minshew at 32, Andrew Beck 33, Malik Grant 34, or Austin Bryant 35. The pick is in. Told you we're going with a guy. Austin Bryant, edge out of
Going with
Clemson.
a guy. Wow, big if true again, Mitch.
Going to join his teammate here, Clelin Ferrell, in our Raiders fan-led mock draft.
God.
So, Tom, they went with 35. They went with a player that you guys thought they should take. I can't speak. Make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. We're doing our fan-led mock draft here. Austin Bryant, solid pick here, I think, for edge for the Raiders. It's at least going to be able to build depth at the position that they need the most help at. 6'3", 271 pounds. His 40 time was a 4.85. He had 45 tackles last year, 15 tackles for a loss, and 8.5 sacks on the defending champ Clemson Tigers. What's your one-word reaction to the Raiders taking Bryant here in the 7th round? Maybe I think at this point you're just looking for players who have high upside, or maybe not high upside, maybe just can play in big-time games.
Can make a roster for you. That's probably the number one thing that you're targeting at this point. Guys that can help you out on the special team side of things. Because most of these round 7 guys, they're not going to be impact players for you in the end.
So remember, we're going to be live for the NFL Draft on Thursday on our main YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We will be live for all 7 rounds, all 3 days. Tom and I, be there or be square. All right, we got one more pick here.
I didn't make a decision. All right, I'm just going to go with the one I don't want to do. But I
pick 235, okay? Last pick for the Oakland Raiders in the 2019 NFL Draft. This is our Raiders fan-led mock draft. So we're looking here at a few positions, at a few players, and some of these names you're going to be familiar. So
yeah, no one went off the board.
Elijah Holyfield at 36, Minshew again, Beck again, Malik Grant again, or Mitch Hyatt. My vote is for Mitch. I don't know who he is, but that's my vote.
Mitch Hyatt is probably the most, maybe not the most, but one of the more recognizable names you'll see on day 3 because somehow he was a multi-year All-American at Clemson. And I am convinced it's because, Clemson's left tackle, 5-star recruit, he's an All-American. Didn't play like one. He is not going to be that good in the NFL. He is going to be a backup swing lineman.
So maybe don't go with him.
Well, round 7 it's fine. Just don't expect Mitch Hyatt to be, we drafted an All-American in round 7, therefore he's going to start.
So I'm seeing a bunch of 39s and a bunch of 40s in the comments section.
Shit.
Seeing a bunch of them. What?
It's Malik Gant, not Malik Grant.
It's fine. We're typing here. We're having fun. Make sure you guys follow Tom, our NFL draft analyst, at What Going Down. He's the best guy in the biz. If you guys want to follow me at Mitchell Renz 365, I would definitely appreciate that as well. So type 36 if you want Elijah Holyfield, 37 if you want Gardner Minshew, 38 if you want Andrew Beck, 39 if you want Malik Gant, and then 40 if you want Mitch Hyatt. It's looking like we're getting these votes coming in. I'm seeing Angel saying 39. Holy crap from PZ Hero, 38. We need a tight end from Noah Key. Looking like the pick is in.
You missed on the tight ends. I'm sorry, guys.
And we're going with Malik Grant, safety
Gant.
out of what?
Gant.
Gant.
I fixed it that time, too.
Fixed it. Safety out of Marshall, Malik Gant.
Fun downhill hitter. He'll lay some lumber. He could be a good special teams guy, backup strong safety for you. Maybe Armani Watts is a better comp, per se, than Carl Joseph. I don't think Gant is quite the athlete that Carl Joseph was, but as long as he's moving downhill north-south, he's going to move pretty quickly. He's not great in coverage, but he could be a good special teamer for you. I know that he didn't test as well as I thought he was certainly going to, but he made plenty of plays at Marshall. So for round 7, take a chance on a guy that could be a number 3 safety, a special teams guy, makes a lot of sense.
All right, guys, remember, right after this, we're going to do our live Q&A, so use hashtag Raiders to get your questions on the show. So we did rumors, we did a fan-led mock draft. Now, pretty soon, you guys are going to be able to come on the show, ask your own questions, so use hashtag Raiders to get on the show. Let's do a quick recap of our fan-led mock draft. We got Quinnen Williams, Cleveland Ferrell, Greedy Williams, Joshua Jacobs.
Lit first round there.
That is an absolute
first 4 picks,
studly first round. Riley Ridley, Germaine Pratt, Austin Bryant, and Malik Grant. That is our Raiders fan-led mock draft. Tell me what you guys think. Give it your grade, A, B, C, D, or F. We want to know from everybody who is watching.
Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.